Hi, everybody. It's Leanne the lawyer, and we're back, and we are going to dive right into the electronic record search to get us started on our first title exams. So this is really exciting. This video is just going to show you how to use the electronic inquiry system that we have available to us for the purposes of your course. And so I'm just going to show you how to use it. And actually doing the search is going to come later, but I want you to understand all the cool little things that you're going to see on your screen right now. So the link has been provided to you in your course, but if for some reason it's been lost or you can't find it, the way you get to this particular page is you just type in, this is the web address, searchrecords.monongalia.countyclerk.com. And I guess you can figure out how to spell that. It's Monongalia right there. Okay, so here we are. We're in the county document inquiry system. And what this is the county clerk has scanned in all of the new documents that have been coming in for real estate transactions and all kinds of anything that's filed down at the courthouse. It gets scanned in. They're also going back in time and they are scanning in all of these documents that have come in over the years, and they're trying to get caught up. Now, they've scanned in stuff dating back to the 1980s and some things back to the 1970s, but they still haven't gotten as far back as they need to go for some of our purposes, but boy, they're getting there. So this is a great way for you to do a lot of this sitting at home at your computer, searching and looking up deeds. So this is a great tool for you, and everybody is learning how to use this. Now, you're still going to have to go down to the courthouse whenever you go out and you have your job and you're working for a real estate attorney, because there's some things you can just only get at the courthouse. But this is a wonderful tool. So let's get started. Okay, so over on the left-hand side, the from date to the through date, this is going to be the period of time in which you are going to be searching. Now, it's automatically default set to go all the way back to 1900, and we know they don't have records going back that far scanned in. They're down at the courthouse, but they're not available to us. And then all the way up to 2015. Okay, so you just want to make sure, and it defaults to the current date. So you just want to make sure that whenever you are looking at your through date, that it is the same thing as your today's date, because you want to get all the most recent stuff. Okay, over beside that, you can see, you can check what you want to search for. Okay, in this case, we're leaving all those checked. That's the default. It just comes up like that. If we just wanted to search for deeds, we would turn off all these other ones. We wouldn't be searching for those. Over here, I don't know why they have this, because honestly I think it's useless. It is the theme. Right now it's set on black. Let's set it for WVU. Sorry, Marshall fans, there's a setting for you too, but I'm just going to click on WVU. That's if, what do I want to look at the top of my screen? Okay, right next to that is something that you will be using. It's called document type. I'm going to click on that, and this is what comes up when you click on document type. The important part is this left-hand column. These are all abbreviations for certain types of documents that you're going to encounter on this electronic inquiry system. It's also the things that you would encounter down at the courthouse, and quite a few of them you are going to be looking for. So, for example, I'm just going to jump down here to DE. That is the type of document right here is deed, and you can find that in the deed book. So if you were down at the county courthouse, you would be looking at the deed book. Okay? So that is what is underneath that button. That is called document type. Okay? So if you can't remember what the abbreviation is for something, you want to click on document type. Now the inquiry button, the book page button, and the fee book, we are not going to be using that for the purposes of the course, so I'm not going to waste your time on this video going over that with you. But we are going to use the cost button. So I'm going to click on that. And when I do, this comes up. Now, why would I click on the cost button? Well, this tells you how much things cost. So if you're going to record a deed, how much is that going to cost? What if you need a birth certificate filed? What if you need to file a death certificate? What if you need to file an easement? Okay, how much is it going to cost? So let's pretend we have a client and we're going to do both a deed and an easement. So I would just click on this, and remember, we need to know those abbreviations. So I'm going to scroll down. Deed, it's 1 page. Let's say it's 5 pages. Okay, let's calculate that. It's going to cost $16. Okay, that's a deed at 5 pages. Let's say we also have an easement. Okay, and our easement is 2 pages. Or, well, let's make it 3 because I accidentally hit 3. Okay, calculate. Okay, so now I have an easement for 3 pages, and its total's 11. So now I'm up to $27. Isn't this convenient? You don't have to wonder. You don't have to memorize. You don't have to call the clerk's house. You can just, clerk's office. You can just come in here and do it yourself. Okay? Now, everything I add, it's going to add to it. If I wanted to go on to the next client, I would just hit clear. And let's say I wanted to file a birth certificate for somebody. You're probably not ever going to be doing that. And you would just click on calculate, and you'll see that it's $0. Okay, so this can be a very useful tool for you. Okay, so the next thing that we want to look at, that was the cost button. Down here is who are you going to search for. Right now it's set for individual. We're going to set it for business, but you can see you can search by a book and page number if you already knew the book and page number of the document you were looking up. So a lot of times you'll have the book and page number for a particular deed, and you can just put that in there, which is a really great tool. Just for today's purposes, we're going to click on business, okay? And let's say we're interested in Target, and we want to know, we heard somebody's asking us about some kind of easement that Target set up. So, all right, so I've got Target. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to select, here's these abbreviations. I'm going to select easement, which is EAS. And now it's only going to search for easements. So let's hit search, and those are all the easements, okay, associated with Target Corporation in Monongalia County. Okay, so what if I want to search for everything that Target has filed, that they've recorded down at the courthouse? I would unselect easement, and I would select the blank space, which is located at the very top of the list. So I selected that. Now you see it's blank in here. If I hit search again, now it's not just easements. Now it's everything that Target has done. And I can sort all of these things. So if I click on date, which is very important whenever I'm doing a title search, remember chronologically, things are important. And it automatically sorted, and it gave me the oldest things first from 2003, and down at the bottom it's got 2014. And if I click on date again, it now still has it sorted, but now it has the most recent thing on top. Okay? I can also sort by book page. I can sort by name type. That means who was Target in this? GO stands for grantor, and GE stands for grantee. So I can see who they were. Who were they in this party, in this particular thing? Legal description is important if I'm dealing with several different types of property. So in this instance, I sorted for legal description, and it kind of sorted it out. Maybe these are all different, and I don't know because I haven't clicked on these. Maybe these are, it has sorted it out for me so that I'm not getting confused by a bunch of different properties. Now this one here is a judgment, and you can see JUD stands for judgment, and you can see that Target was the creditor, CR. That's the party they were. That means somebody owed them money. So we're going to go ahead and click on it just to be fun. So you click on this view button, and it's going to pull up the actual court document. And you can see Target was the plaintiff against Kenneth Toney, and they sued him in the amount of $3,413.93. Okay, so this is not a judgment against Target. Target doesn't owe this money, but somebody owes Target money. So now that we're in this document view section, you can see this was only a one-page document, But if it were more than one page, we would have to click on the next button to get to the next page. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, we can flip it on its side, we can flip it back. The only thing that we can't do is we can't print it. The reason why we can't print it is in order to do that, you would have to have a username and a password. Now, you guys aren't going to have username and passwords. The reason why you need a username or a password is because if you were actually down at the courthouse and you wanted a copy of this document printed, you would have to pay money. It's the same concept. If you want to print this document out, you're going to have to pay money for it. So we're not going to be doing that. So all your coursework that you're going to have for this class, you're not actually going to have to pay for any of these things. Okay? So I'm going to get out of there. And then we're going to look at one of these easements just really quick. I'm going to click on that. This is one of the easements that Target has. And I clicked on this one because you can see it's 104 pages long. That's just crazy. It only shows you the first page. You have to click on the next button before it'll take you to the next page. It's pretty simple. It's pretty user-friendly, this whole system. And just based on this information that I've given you in this video will be enough for you to do the assignment that this lecture is associated with. So I wish you good luck and have fun navigating and happy hunting, my friends.